Hello and welcome to my channel again. Today I'm going to do something different than I usually do. I would like to revive a piece of old hardware which is actually not broken, but it doesn't make it less dead though. Some time ago I got this piece of junk donated, which used to be a notebook back in the days. I am not sure what I would like to do with it. Furthermore, I don't even know if it can be somehow useful from today's point of view at all. So first, let's take a look at it and see what is inside. So, what I know that it is an HP notebook from around 2003, and it should be in quite a good condition. And as far as I see, there are no scratches or cracks on it. It's looking quite good on top. And as you can see, it's an HP an X6110 model, and it has also a Windows XP license. Let me open it. Okay, so the keyboard has Cyrillic stickers on it from the user before, and the main language of the keyboard is German, and the display seems to wiggle a little bit. This is a common problem of old notebooks. Unfortunately, you seldom can fix it easily. So this is seems to be a Celeron M with Windows XP. Okay, now let's see if this thing is working at all. Okay, probably the battery is dead or not charged, so I can't turn it on. I will have to connect the power supply first. First, let me show you all the connections which this notebook has. This is PCMC IA slot. We have FireWire, network connection, telephone cable, VGA, two USB ports. This is power supply, and here we have a DVD, burner, and audio input and output. Okay, so let's connect the power supply first and see what we have. Oh, can you see the LED turned on? That's a good sign. Oh, the notebook turned on instantly. I didn't even have to press the button. Okay, Windows XP is booting. That's a good sign. Okay, it seems to take quite a while. Well, let me adjust the camera. Okay, I had to cut out the desktop screen from Windows because there was quite a lot of personal information on the desktop. So, but the main thing that it's working. Windows XP was booting, and the keyboard was working, and the touch screen. Everything seems fine. So from this point of view, it's a working notebook. So the question is, what can we do with it? And let me see. Let me turn it on once again and go into the BIOS to see what is inside. And I will go into the system information. Yeah. Let me adjust the camera again. So Yeah, system information we can see here. It's Intel Celeron M processor with 1.4 gigahertz, and it has 512 megabytes of RAM. That's not too much. It's well, it's not enough for today's usage, and the CPU is also quite weak. The battery, don't know what these numbers mean. Okay, so let me resume. This is a Celeron AM processor, which is a 32-bit processor. It's quite slow. The notebook also doesn't have enough memory, so at least we will have to upgrade the memory, and I will have to exchange the hard drive. The question is if I can use it at all, and probably yes. You know, I have kind of different USB devices like this flash programmer, and which I need a notebook from time to time, or this logic analyzer. And usually I take my normal notebook and which I'm using daily, and in my lab I could use instead this old piece, and however it's not usable in this state and I have to upgrade it at first. So but first of all, let me see what is inside so we know what is possible at all. So first of all, I'll remove the battery, and you see different covers here. Under the one we have a memory, and under the other we have the hard drive. So let's start with the memory. Okay, here we have Wi-Fi module. It's a Broadcom, and since the notebook is from 2003, I think this is a 54 megabit per second. I think it's a quite slow one. And the memory is here. Okay, this is only one module, and it's a Nanya 256 megabyte DDR. If you remember, we saw in the BIOS that the full amount is 512 megabytes. So since this module is only 256 megabytes, there must be another one. And it's usually from the other side under the keyboard. So we have to search for the other module as well. So next one is the hard drive. Okay, this is the hard drive, and it seems to have a proprietary connector. I never saw such a connector before, but I think it's only an adapter to a common drive, so let me unscrew it also. Okay, so it's outside now, and yeah, I'm quite sure this is just an adapter, so I can just pull it off. Yeah, okay. You see, this is a usual 44-pin IDE device, so we will have to find a replacement for that one. Don't know yet what it will be, but I will have to think about this. This hard drive I will give back to the owner of the notebook, because as I told before, there is quite a lot of personal information in it. So the next point is I will unscrew these two screws. As you can see, there's a keyboard sign. So usually I have just to unscrew these two screws and I will be able to get the keyboard out of the notebook from the other side. Let's see. Okay, here are 4 ledges, and I will have to, so I have to push them back, and one more. Okay, and the keyboard's coming quite easily. Okay, and there we see there's another memory module, but first of all, let's see what we have else here. It's a very dusty CPU cooler, and the CPU is socketed. Okay, that's nice. And everything's quite dirty, and this is the battery, and I saw during the start that time and date was not set, so I think the battery is dead and has to be replaced. Okay. We also will have to replace the thermal compound under the coolers. And this is a memory module, as I told before, and this must be a modem and is completely unuseful from today's point of view. So, but now the memory. It's the second module with also 256 megabytes. So we have 2 modules with 256 megabytes. It's cool because we can install 2 modules of memory, and I will see how much it's possible at all. So so let me look at the battery. Okay, it's probably dead, and I will have to replace it by such a common 2032 cell. But well, we'll come back later to it. The other battery seems to be a little bit thicker than this one, but it's also 3 volts. So let me summarize. I can replace the 2 memory modules with the bigger ones, and we have this old 44-pin IDE disk drive, which I would like to replace with a SSD. Furthermore, the CPU is quite weak. However, the main board in the notebook has a socketed CPU, so I also would be able to replace it later. But before the upgrade, let's start with a cleaning. Okay, that's a lot of dust, and somebody put like half a kilo of thermal compound on the CPU. This also must be removed and replaced by a fresh one. Here, once again, you can see the socket of the CPU. The screw must be released, and then you will be able to replace the CPU. The Cyrillic stickers were also removed from the keyboard because I don't need them. Now let's check the battery. Okay, it seems to have a 0.1 volt, so it's nothing. It's almost dead. Well, let's replace it by another one. I use some electrical tape on the battery to prevent it from contacting the main board. However, it doesn't fit into the old battery slot, so I will just leave it like that. And now I will also clean the keyboard with isopropanol. And for now I'm done. Actually, now I will have to search for the upgrade ports, at least memory and SSD. And I think this will be another part. So hope you will come back. Thank you very much and see you next time.